All right, so imagine this. You finally get the perfect flank on the enemy team, you blow a hole in a wall, and then the entire map just goes pitch black.
Not just the room, the whole world.
Yeah.
Lights out.
Exactly. Or you try to hop a fence for a quick move, and the game just decides to, launch you across the map.
Yeah, just yeets you into the stratosphere. Absolute chaos.
It's totally game-breaking stuff. But today, we are unpacking the fixes for those exact moments in the new Battlefield 6 Update 1.1.3.6 changelog.
And you're definitely going to want to stick around for this one because we found a critical stability update for Xbox and PlayStation users that might just explain why your game has been crashing.
Oh, yeah. And there's also a pretty mysterious update to the game's legal policies. So the devs are calling this a quality of life update. It's for January 30, 2026. And, usually that just means boring bug fixes.
But for the Eastwood map, it's basically a rescue mission.
A rescue mission's a perfect way to put it. Let's talk about the Eastwood blackout. The patch notes here are just wild.
They are. So destroying that building near the A flag, it was causing green and purple visual effects to just bleed all over the screen.
Yeah, which look awful, sure. But the B flag issue was the real nightmare. I actually stopped using explosives anywhere near that villa.
Because if you blew it up, you'd risk either these massive blinding light flares
Or that total blackout we mentioned at the start.
Yeah.
It was a 50-50 shot.
And see, that's the interesting part. It's a visual bug that actually changed the meta, right? It forced players to avoid a core mechanic destruction just to keep the game playable.
Right, you can't capture an objective you literally can't see. So fixing this, it's not just making it look prettier, it's saving the whole competitive flow of the map.
Exactly. Now, speaking of flow, let's talk about the sprint jump momentum fix.
Oh, thank goodness. I honestly thought my controller was just broken or something.
You and everyone else.
Half the time I'd jump and feel like I was running through, molasses. The other half, I just launched like a rocket.
You weren't going crazy. It was basically a math error in how they calculated momentum. The notes are very clear. This isn't a buff or a nerf.
It's just consistency.
It's consistency. The output now matches the input. It's the same logic with that UAV drone audio fix.
I can't tell you how many times I've panicked hearing that detection beep, thinking an enemy was right on top of me.
And it was your teammate's drone halfway across the map.
Yeah.
Total audio clutter.
Right. And the soundscape is information. If it's too noisy, you make bad plays. Now, only the person operating the drone hears the detection sound.
Which is how it should be. And they did the same for the mini-map, right? With the down squad mates.
Yep. If you're playing a class that can't revive, they won't even show up on your minimap anymore. It reduces clutter.
Which just makes sense. Why show me a problem I don't have the tools to solve? Now, let's touch on REDSEC mode. The Battle Royale players have been suffering.
Suffering is putting it mildly. People were getting stuck mid-air during the insertion.
Ugh, that's rough. And what about that second chance redeploy timer? That one was just cruel. Every time you open the map, the timer would just refresh.
Yeah.
He was lying to you about how much time you had.
So you'd think you have time, close the map, and you're just dead.
Exactly. And they fixed that bug where the match wouldn't end after you killed the final AI opponent. You were just stuck.
Just stuck in purgatory. Okay, let's get to the console stuff. We tease this, and the technical reason for these crashes is, well, it's pretty bizarre.
It really is.
Oh.
Let's start with the Xbox Series S. The big critical crash, it was an out-of-memory error.
Okay.
Caused by loading the daily and weekly challenges.
Wait, hold on. The console can handle 128 players, explosions, jets, but a text list of challenges is what breaks it.
Code is a fragile thing, but the PlayStation 5 fix is the one that really stood out to me. The crash was caused by an ownership validation failure during system lifecycle events.
Okay, you have to translate that for me.
So basically, think of it like a bouncer at a club. You're already inside, but maybe you step away for a second. The console goes into a lifecycle event, like rest mode. When you come back, the bouncer suddenly forgets he checked your ID, decides you don't actually own the game.
It just kicks you out of the server.
And kicks you out. That's why people were getting so many random disconnects. It wasn't their internet.
It was the console itself having amnesia about my game license. Wild.
Precisely. And that brings us to the release. This whole patch goes live on Tuesday, February 3rd at 09.0000 TC.
Which leads us to that That unsettling legal update you mentioned.
Right. It's at the very bottom of the list. Updated legal text to reflect current policies.
Which is usually just boring fine print that nobody ever reads.
Usually. But we just spent 5 minutes talking about a bug where the console forgets you own the game right now.
And now, in the same patch, they're updating the legal definition of ownership.
It just makes you wonder if they're clarifying that we don't really own the game at all, just a license that can be, failed at any moment.
That's the uncomfortable reality of digital gaming, isn't it?
It is. If the server says you don't own it, well, you don't.
Definitely something to think about while you're waiting for that download. Hey, if you've ever been blinded by that Eastwood blackout, let us know down in the comments.
And maybe hit that like button if you're as happy as we are that your sprint jump will finally work the same way twice.
And of course, subscribe for more deep dives just like this one. Thanks for listening.